Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are all safe at home. Right, welcome to the today's maths class. We are going to start a new concept, a new chapter. That is chapter number 12 is ratio and proportion. Okay, what is meant by ratio? What is meant by proportion? So ratio means it is nothing but see, when we compare two things many times in our day-to-day life, we can compare. Suppose let us take a simple example. Okay, suppose let us take two students, Ravi and Ramu. So these two students have. Suppose Ravi has 20 pencils. Okay, and whereas Ramu has let us take 30 pencils. Clear? So now when we compare the pencils of both the people, okay, here we can say that Ramu has 10 more than pencils. Ravi has. See, by using the subtraction, that is nothing but which is nothing but here 30 minus 20, which is equal to 10 we got. Right? So by doing the difference, you can find out who has more pencils. Clear? By seeing that even we can get an idea. Ravi has 20 pencils, Ramu has 30 pencils. Then we can say that obviously Ramu has more than Ravi. Okay, how many? That is 10 pencils. Right, children? Now come to the in our day-to-day life, when we compare to your weight as well as height also. Right? Let us take an example. Here I am going to take that Sarita and Sheila. See, these two girls have Sarita's height is that is 120 centimeters, and whereas Sheila's height is here let us take 180 centimeters. Clear? So now here when we how to compare these two girls' heights here, who has more? Yes, obviously Sheila has more than Sarita. How much? It is 60 centimeters. Right, children? So now we can take 180 minus 120, which is equal to 60 centimeters. So we can write as one statement here. So Sheila height is 60 centimeters more than Sarita's height. Clear? Sarita's height. Right, children, we can write like that one statement by doing the difference we can compare two quantities. Clear? When we compare these two girls' heights, or when we compare pencils with these two boys also. Okay? Ravi has 20 pencils, Ramu has 30 pencils. Then obviously we can say that Ramu has 10 more than pencils with Ravi has, whatever Ravi has. Clear? So now that is how you got your 10 by doing the difference, by doing the subtraction from Ramu pencil, nothing but Ravi pencil. And whereas come to the here, Sarita and Sheila height is 120 centimeter, Sarita height is 120 centimeter, Sheila has 180 centimeter. Then who has more here? Obviously Sheila height is more than Sarita's height. By how much here? By how much means we need to subtract, we will get 60 centimeters. So now this is suppose, is it possible every time to compare by doing the subtraction we can compare it is? No. We cannot compare every time by doing the difference. It is a little bit difficult to say that okay, it may be length or height or weight or anything. Right, children? Let us discuss a simple example. The length of can you compare the length of an ant and a grasshopper? An ant and a grasshopper. Can we compare these two? the length of ant and as well as grasshopper. Ant length of ant is almost it is millimeters, 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters. Okay, whereas come to the grasshopper it is almost 4 centimeters to 5 centimeters. Then how to compare these two lengths? How to compare here? We cannot compare with their lengths. Here it is in terms of 1 millimeter, but whereas it is come to the 4 centimeters or 5 centimeters. So it is in 1 millimeters and other one is in terms of centimeters. So we cannot compare these two lengths. But we can say that here number of ants here. Number of ants. Okay, how many ants will become one grasshopper? Means when you keep one by one, that ants. Okay, so here let us take that. Suppose number of that is ants, which is nothing but here. Let us take 12 ants. Okay, 12 ants. When you keep one by one. Okay, it will become one grasshopper. Okay, the almost 12 ants. If you keep one by one. Okay, like this here. If you keep like this, okay, then you will get one grasshopper. It may be 12 or it may be 10, depend on the situation. So here number of ants we are taking that. Number of ants is nothing but 12, which is nothing but one grasshopper. Okay, one grasshopper. Right, children? So like this we can compare. Okay, this is one way of comparison. Right? Let us discuss one more example. That is right. So other than difference, by using one more operation also, we can compare the situation, heights or weight. Okay, these are all we are going to compare now. Right, children? Let us discuss a simple one situation. Suppose let us take a girl or a father. Let us take a simple example. Right? So here let us take Lakshmi. Lakshmi's age or let us take the weight. Okay? Lakshmi's weight is 25 kg. Okay? Whereas her father's weight is let us take 75 kg. Okay? So without doing the difference, we can compare these two weights. Now here we can see that here. So Lakshmi's father weight is I'm saying that 3 times of Lakshmi's weight. Clear? Here we are using one word that is 3 times. Okay? How many times here we are using the word? How many times? So 3 times. That means here 25 into 3. When you multiply with 3 Lakshmi's weight, you will get her father's weight here. That is 75 kg. So here we are using a word that is how many times. So this is very easy to compare, okay, than the difference by using the division. That is here we can see that here since here 25 by 75, which is nothing but 1 by 3, nothing but 1:3. Okay, so now when we are doing the division, when we are using the division, we got a ratio, right, children? So here it is very easy to compare two quantities by doing the division than the difference, right, children? So here we compare those two weights here, Lakshmi's and Lakshmi father's weight here 3 times, right, children? So here we need to write down definition for the ratio, that is in the above example that we can compare the two quantities in terms of how many times. This comparison is known as the ratio. We can denote as using the symbol that is ratio. Okay, children. So this is the. So now here, how many times we are using that? how many times, right? So by using this word, we can compare two quantities, and this is nothing but called ratio, right? So the symbol of ratio is that is this is the symbol is to. Okay, we can call that. Excuse me. We can call it as this is to. Okay, right? 1 is to 3, A is to B, C is to D, right children? So ratio is nothing but how many times. We are using the word here how many times, right? When we compare two quantities by using the word how many times is called a ratio. The symbol of ratio is nothing but this is to, right? We can call it as it is to, is to, is to, right children? Now we are going to write the definition of ratio, right? Right, let us see this here definition of ratio. By compared to quantities in terms of how many times. By compared to quantities in terms of how many times. This comparison is known as the ratio. We denote ratio using the symbol like this. This is see root 2 dots. That is to. You can read as is to, is to, right children? So just now we discussed one girl, Lakshmi and Lakshmi's father's weight. Okay, now let us discuss suppose in a class, let us take a simple example. In a class 20 girls as well as 20 girls and 40 boys are there. 40 boys are there. Right children? So how many girls are there here? 20 girls and there are 40 boys are there. Now when we compare these two, okay, now let us find the ratio of, what is the ratio of girls and boys? Girls and boys. See this here. Here we are going to take it as ratio is nothing but a fraction. We need to do the division. That is 20 by 40. Okay, 0 0 will cancel, 2 1s are 2 2s are, which is 1 by 2. Nothing but 1 is to 2 ratio. That is 1 girl to boys ratio. Right children? Here we can compare the girls and boys ratio. That is 1 is to 2 by doing the division. By doing the division, we can compare the ratio of the girls and boys in the class. Now my question is, we need to compare the ratio of girls with the total number of students. Clear children? We need to compare, we need to find the ratio of girls and to the total number of students in the class. Now tell me, how many students are there in the class? There are 20 girls and 40 boys in a class. So total strength is nothing but how much? Total number of students in the class is equal to 60, because by adding girls and boys strength you will get total class strength. Now look at here everyone. So now total strength is equal to, our total students in the class is equal to, total students in the class is equal to, right? How many are there? That is girls plus boys 20 plus 40, which is equal to 60 are there. Clear? Now the ratio of girls and total number of students. Total number of students in the class. Number of students in the class. Right children, we can compare in the class. So now here girls is nothing but G, which is equal to 20, and total is equal to how many? 60. So which is nothing but 20 by 60. Okay, 21 are 23 are, which is equal to 1 by 3. Nothing but 1 is to 3. This is a ratio to find girls to the total number of students. Same way we can find out boys to the number of students. That is 40 by 60. You can compare 2 is to 3 ratio. Right? So this is a way. This is a way to compare given quantities. Now, what did you observe from these here? From the examples, we are comparing number of students only. Okay. Generally, it may be girls or boys. You can call as a common quantity is nothing but students only. Right? If you want to compare two quantities, both must be in the same unit only. Right, children? So, if you want to compare two quantities, right, both must be in the same unit only. It may be meters, it may be centimeters, it may be kilometers, it may be millimeters, it may be grams, it may be kilograms, it may be rupees, it may be kilo salaries. Okay, right, children? So, it may be both are students. Right, children? If you want to compare girls and boys, both are students only. So, say the same unit is nothing but students only. So, whenever if you want to compare two quantities, see this here both are in the same unit or not. If it is not there, you can convert into one unit to other unit. Then you can find the ratio of the both the quantities. Right, children? Right, equivalent ratio. So now let us discuss two situations, right? So length and breadth of a rectangle is I am going to take length is become that is 30 meters and breadth is 20 meters. Okay. Now, what is the ratio of? The ratio of L and B, which is nothing but L is to B. Okay. So we are finding that 30 is to 20. So both are zeros are there. So 3 is to 2. We got the ratio of length and breadth of a rectangle is 3 is to 2. I am going to have one more situation. That is in a class boys and girls are okay 24 and 16 are there. Okay, 24 and 16. Then find the ratio of boys to girls. The ratio of boys and girls. The ratio of boys and girls, which is equal to, that is 24 is to 16. Okay, ratio can be written as in terms of fraction form. Okay, so which is nothing but 24 by 16. So 8 3s are 8 2s are, which is equal to 3 is to 2. See this here, if you observe here, we got 3 is to 2. Here also we got 3 is to 2. We got we take two different situations, but we got the same ratio. The ratio will be equal for two different situations. Then we can call it as this ratio is called an equivalent ratio. An equivalent ratio. That is, here see 30 is to 20, which is equal to 24 is to 16, which is nothing but 3 is to 2. Right, children? 30 is to 20 is equal to 24 is to 16, which is equal to 3 is to 2. See, these two are, you can call that these two are equivalent ratios. So, what is meant by equivalent ratio? Generally, to find equivalent fraction, what we are going to do? Let us take a simple example. To find an equivalent fraction for, see, 3 by 2 is a fraction. How to find an equivalent fraction for this? We need to multiply, okay, and in the numerator and denominator, you will get 6 by 4. So 3 by 2 is equal to 6 by 4. So these two are called equivalent fractions. In the same way, we are going to find out either you can multiply or divide. Either you can multiply or divide with the same number for the ratios, for the given ratios. You will get the equivalent ratio of given ratio. Right, children? What is that here? You have to multiply or divide with the same number for the given ratio. You will get an equivalent ratio. Let us take a simple example. Find the equivalent ratio find the equivalent ratio of 5:4. See this here, listen. To find the equivalent ratio of 5:4, what we are going to find out? Right, we need to multiply or divide with the same number. So here 5 and 4 are very simple numbers here. So this is the simplest form. 5:4 is simplest form. Clear? So now what I am going to do? I am going to multiply with 2 for the 5 and I am going to multiply with 2 for the 4 also. You get 10:8. Right? So 5:4 is equal to 10:8. So 10:8 is the equivalent ratio of 5:4. Okay? And the simplest form of 10:8 is nothing but 5:4 only. Keep it in mind always. Ratio is always in terms of simplest form only. Simplest form means we need to cancel those two values, means we need to divide with the same number in the numerator and denominator. We will get the value. Right? Children, here also 3/2 is the simplest form. That is the simplest form of the 6/4. Right? So here also 10 is the equivalent ratio of 10:8 is nothing but 5:4. 5:4 is the simplest form. Right, children? So let us take a simple example. Find the equivalent ratio of 15:6. Right? So don't think that every time we need to multiply with the same number. Sometimes we can divide also. Right? Here we got 15:6 can be written as 15/6. We should divide with 3 here and we should divide with 3 here also. That is, I am dividing with 3 in the numerator and denominator. You will get the simplest form. 15 divided by 3 is nothing but 5 and 6 divided by 3 is nothing but 2. Okay? Which is nothing but 5:2. So 15:16, 5:2. Both are equivalent ratios as well as 5:2 is the simplest form. This is called simplest ratio or simplest form. Right, children? So keep it in mind always. Whenever you need to find out the ratio of given two quantities, see that both should be the ratio in terms of always in the simplest form only. Right? That is, by using either division or multiplication, we will get the simplest form. Right, children? To find the equivalent ratio of given ratio, right, either depend on the values, you can see that values whether you are going to multiply or divide. If you multiply or divide, you will get the equivalent ratio only. But if they, whenever they will ask that the given ratio is convert into simplest form, compulsory should do division only. Clear, children? So this is to find the equivalent ratio of given ratios. Let us discuss exercise problems 12.1. Right? Right. 12.1 exercise. Question number 1. It is number of girls and number of boys. Right, children? So they given that there are 20 girls and 15 boys in a class. Okay? So solution, given number of girls is equal to 20 and their number of boys which is equal to 16. Right? Sorry, 15 boys are there. So they are asking that first bit is find the ratio of number of girls to the number of boys. What is that? Ratio. Find the ratio of girls to boys. Okay? G is to B they are asking. Now see this here, children. So number of girls is 20, number of boys is 15. So here 20 and 15 both are multiples of 5. So now we can divide with 5 in the numerator, divide with 5 in the denominator. You will get 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4, 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. So therefore here G is to B is equal to 4 is to 5. This is the process to find out the ratio of girls and boys. Sorry, it is 3. Sorry, 4 is to 3 here. Right? So number of girls and number of boys, the ratio of girls and boys in a class is 4 is to 3. And second question they given that find the ratio of girls to the total number of students. Find the ratio of girls to the total number of students in the class. Total students in the class. So now here, first of all, we don't know what is the number of students are there here. So now total number of students is equal to total number of students is equal to total number of students is equal to. So what is the meaning of total number of students? You can add girls plus boys, that is 20 plus 15, which is equal to 35, which is equal to total there are how many students are there? 35 students. Now therefore the ratio of G is to, okay, girls to total number of G is to T. I am going to take that, right? So G is to T, which is nothing but G is 20, this is 35, right? Which is implies 20 by 35. Okay, write with calculators, right? G is to T, and here also you can take it as G is to B, right? Girls and boys. Therefore, girls and boys, G is to B. Now here, girls and total number of students, which is nothing but see, 20 by 35, both are multiples of 5 only. You can divide with 5, the numerator and denominator, which is equal to 4 by 7. So therefore, here G is to T is equal to, G is nothing but number of girls, T is nothing but total number of boys, that is 4 is to 7. So this is a process to find out the ratio of given questions. Right children, copy this. Right children, let us discuss question number 5. Right? So 2, 3, 4 are very easy, you can find out. Right children? So fill in the following blanks. That is 15 by 18, which is equal to, they given some box here and they given by 6, which is equal to 10 by some blank box, which is equal to 30 in the denominator and numerator they given blank. So are the equivalent ratios they are asking. After finding these are the equivalent ratios or not, they are asking that. So now let us see this here. So 15 by 18, first of all I am going to first one, 15 by 18, which is equal to the blank box divided by 6. See this here, the ratio, this fraction has been changed to, this ratio or fraction both are same here. So this fraction has changed from 18 to 6. So what they did here, did anyone tell me? Can anyone? Right, they did division here, okay, by dividing 18 with 3, you got 6 here. So I told you clearly, if you want to multiply or divide, you can do the same number only. Do with same number. So what you are going to do here, which is implies 15 by 18. So here we are dividing with 3, the denominator, so divide with 3 in the numerator also. So 15 divided by 3, you will get 5 by 18 divided by 3 is nothing but 6. So what you are going to write here? 5 we should write. Right children? Next 10 by, now see, let us take this only. Okay? Now 5 by 6 which is equal to the 10 by some blank they given. Because here they given equal symbol. Right children? So this equal to this, then this equal to this also. Right? This equal to this also. Now 5 by 6. So now we got here 10 here. So what they did here? Here they multiplied with 2 because 5 2s are 10. So when we multiply with 2 in the numerator and you can multiply 2 in the denominator, which is nothing but 10 by 12. Right? So in the second blank we should write 12. Right children? Now coming to the third one. So here see 30 and 12, is there any relation between these two? 30 is not a multiple of 12, but there is a relation between 5 by 6 and 30. 6 and 30, 6 5 is the 30 we equated. So let us take same ratio, 5 by 6 is equal to the blank box in the numerator and denominator will become 30. How will we get 30 in the denominator with the 6 here? When we multiply with 5, 5 6 are 30. Okay? When we multiply with 5 in the denominator, you will get 30 in the denominator. Right children? So when we multiply with 5 in the denominator, you can multiply with 5 in the numerator also. 5 5s are 25. So here what is the blank here? 25. See this here. Whatever we got the values here, that is 15 by 18, which is equal to 5 by 6, which is equal to 10 by 12, which is equal to, that is 25 by 30. See, by observing all these, in this 5 by 6 is the simplest form, and these are all nothing but equivalent fractions. So we can got as these are all, so therefore all are equivalent ratios only. All are equivalent ratios, right? Right, children? Copy this. Right, children? I hope you understood that today's class, that is ratio. Right? What is the ratio? When we compare two quantities with the same unit, then ratio will become formed. Right, children? So, how many times, the word is very important. When you compare two quantities, we can use the word is how many times. So, ratio is very easy to compare by using the division instead of using difference, subtraction. Right, children? So, here today's homework is exercise 12.1, question number 2, 3, 4 and 6. Thank you, children. Have a great day.